You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Now, I couldn't stand it in the beginning, but now it's cute.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are in the building and we are chipping and tripping. And Tony was just teaching us to dance in the background. It looked like a bunch of titty popping to me.
Pelvic thrusting.
Pelvic thrusting.
Yes,
It's probably
pelvic
good
thrusting
for
on
your
this
back.
Good Friday.
Amen. It's Good Friday.
Yeah.
Don't eat meat.
Good morning.
Do not-
Today is the day that so the last day of not eating meat on Friday. We haven't gotten our fish and chips either
What
on
is it,
like
Ramadan?
3-4 Fridays. It's Lent.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Lent.
Lent?
It's Lent.
Lent. Yes, let's get it today because we got to get it.
Yeah.
We can't eat anything else. Oh, shizzle. I already
I've
had,
been eating all the
I had a little beef this morning.
I bet you did our little sausage.
Little
this morning.
sausage biscuits.
Sausage in the morning is good.
Yum, yum, yum.
But I can have it because I have not had anything. So we're gonna do a little fish and chips. We're gonna do that today.
It's not little, boy. I'll tell you, it's not little. It's a
It
big
sure
fish
isn't.
and chips.
That's a big serving.
Sauce on boat.
Sauce on Bowden.
Oh, sauce on boat.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That's where it's at.
that's what a fish and chip is.
You
You know what I saw yesterday though? From Bake to Plate down in Fields Corner. I wonder how that is.
Bake the plate.
Yeah, right down in Fields Corner. But I went to the little I went to the pizza shop yesterday, and I got a Spanish plate from the pizza shop.
How was it?
It was
From
really
the
good.
Pizza shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
was
mean,
really good.
what is it like? It's pizza and on the side it got a.
So it's what used to be Hi-Fi Pizza. Remember, Hi-Fi is legendary right down
Yep,
in Fields
yep,
Corner
yep.
area. So it was taken over by a Spanish family, and now it's called Antonio's Hi-Fi. So shout out to them for keeping.
So
the
I
original
like
name.
the fact. Oh, I saw that,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Why? Interesting." But
Yeah.
they did keep the name.
Now, I
And
must say
they
that
was complaining when Papa John's was
Papa,
open.
when Papa,
across the
and
street.
Papa John still ended up opening. Yeah, they
Mhm.
did it like a news thing and
Mhm,
everything,
mhm.
talking about that. So I will admit that I'm not a big fan of their pizza. However, I heard rave reviews about their Spanish plates. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go try this. And when I went yesterday, I was very pleasantly,
Wasn't-
What'd you get?
I got pollo guisado,
Pollo guisado is what?
arroz con grandule,
Okay, it says pollo guisado.
Grandule.
stewed chicken,
Stewed chicken. Okay.
arroz con grandule.
And what's that?
That is yellow rice with peas,
All right.
Oh,
and plátano maduro,
What's that?
the yellow
ripe
pan.
plantains.
Oh,
So I
okay.
got that. It was a gigantic plate.
gigantic.
It was so big, and
That's what she
everything
said.
was really tasty. It was really tasty.
That's one thing about them Spanish plates, boy. Little money and they fill that damn plate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do a really good job of filling your plate
yeah.
with,
So I was very happy with that, and I have that left over to eat today. But I'm not going to eat. I'm gonna eat my fish and chip.
yes,
Mhm.
because that is of the Lord.
And tomorrow, of course, is Easter Sabbath.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Mhm.
So we're gonna be we have family lunch tomorrow, and that's gonna be nice.
I love a family lunch. I have already been solicited to make platanos maduros,
I know.
which is
Right plantain.
Right,
the
plantain.
sweet one.
And I'm gonna make
Yeah.
pan de masa.
Ew.
What's
Pan de
that?
masa.
Pan de masa.
Pan de
Corn bread.
Corn pan de masa. That's what it's called. Yes,
Cornbread.
I mean, to me, it sounds like that should be.
Pan de
that should be
masa,
what's called pan de
That
masa.
should be the name.
Yeah. But anyhow, so that was that's what it was. Yesterday I had a really nice little evening. Very, very chill. Laid in the bed with my mom for hours, which is
ridiculous.
my favorite place to be, and that was fun. How was your evening, Triz?
I was in my yard all afternoon yesterday.
Yeah.
I was in the yard doing some yard work.
You was
So-
farming?
What?
Con los botellas.
I lost your camera for a minute. So, we have a lot of activities at my house over the time, over the weekend.
In
The
general.
So, I've been returning bottles for the last 3 days.
Bottles.
I have been returning bottles to the bottle return place.
Yeah.
And altogether, I think I got dirty about $110 in the last 3 days. In
That's
bottle return.
amazing. How much?
$110.
How much would you? How many bottles would you say that is?
Oh, maybe over 60 cases.
Wow.
110 divided by 5 cents.
Yeah.
60 cases.
60
cases is
cases.
what you're saying. You're not saying regular. You're saying cases.
60
It's not
cases
a.
I
It's not
returned.
some.
Maybe more than that.
It's not
Are
big
we not
trash
somewhere
bags.
because Miss Jess says that she's waiting for us to come on.
Under what? On the YouTube?
She usually goes on to Facebook.
We're on Facebook as well.
Oh,
We're on
okay.
the Facebook.
Mhm.
We're on the
I didn't
Facebook.
know.
I'm not sure what her is talking about.
Me neither. I
Mhm,
told
we
you.
live on the
If you
thing.
talking about
Oh, there she is. There she
YouTube,
is. Can't wait to turn up Sunday here at Spark FM. There she is.
there she go.
Oh,
Ooh,
we're not
there
on.
she goes.
We aren't on TuneIn.
Tune in.
Yep.
Oh, we're not on TuneIn Radio.
TuneIn Radio.
TuneIn Radio. Darn, you guys aren't on TuneIn. That's what Schneider just
I
said.
thought we were supposed to be on TuneIn.
We are on TuneIn.
Yeah, Spark FM on TuneIn.
That's
Yeah.
where I listened to us before we got our app.
I know,
Which you
Schneider,
should-
if you have an Apple phone, you can just download the app. You go to
I
the
think
App
Schneider
Store.
has an Android.
Oh, he seems like an Android type of person.
Yeah, because he's very technical. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, they got to update our logo there.
With
Well,
Lucid,
I can't.
engineering
I've been
teams
trying
don't have to.
but I cannot figure out how to do it, and it's making me angry. Angry. I'm checking TuneIn right now. For you listeners, we don't want to ever interrupt our listeners from not y'all, because we know that y'all always here, y'all always and things. but
Tuned in.
yeah, y'all stay tuned in.
And
And y'all stay. You know what I don't like about TuneIn? The amount of commercials that tune in, and TuneIn will interrupt your programming to
man.
play
In
their
the
own
middle,
commercials
oh,
too, boy.
but
Yeah.
you know you got to pay for that. That's
Yeah.
why.
That's why
Oh.
y'all got to download the Spark FM app for the free. That way you just get what we give you,
Mhm.
and that's it.
No
That's
interruptions.
it. hmm
And how was your evening, Saucy?
My evening was, it was a lot.
Yeah.
I'm tired of having.
Mm-hmm.
This is
That's a commercial.
Oh, it's a little. No, that's a song. Yeah. So yesterday was a lot. Yesterday I went down to Chase Bank.
Oh.
Um,
wait.
I
Oh.
went down over there to Chase Bank because they had a fireside chat with an author who talks about leadership, leading with kindness and money in such a ways. And that was very nice. And then I went home, and then I had to go and get my nail done because I got to be cute for Sunday. I'm gonna talk with my hand all day. Shout out to Sameen. Then I went home. I walked the dog. I fed the children. I did all the things, and then I finally fell asleep
Very nice.
at some point. However, I did wake up extremely early this morning because somebody had a bad belly
Oh,
and was groaning and moaning all night. And this morning he woke up and threw it all up
Mm.
weird.
on my floor.
Nice.
On my floor, thank God. And then it was funny because I live on the third floor and I have a connection to the backyard, and I've never allowed him. But today he ran to the door like he had to poop or something like that. I let him in, and he had bent down in the house to try to go in the house. I guess his belly was hurting him. I let him out. He ran outside to where he goes, and he just let her rip. And when he was done, he came right back upstairs.
Oh, dude,
I said- It's a game changer. Because guess what? Got him. As long as the gate is closed, which we've been practicing often, we outside. We inside. So that was my morning. I've been up since about 5 o'clock today. We did an early walk at 6 a.m.
We've been up since 5. Oh, Lord.
I am spent. Do you understand me? I am spent. Oh, and yesterday I had to go down to my son's school
Oh wow, you got a
so that I
day
could talk
yesterday.
to the teachers about his behavior. So that was great too. And to my surprise, look at them. Look how sweet they are to each other right now.
The two boys.
Yeah, look at them. To my surprise, they were like, he's doing really, really well.
Surprise,
except when he wanna
surprise.
be an a-hole and start cursing and acting up in school.
Yeah,
So I said,
cursing.
curse.
Where'd you get that from?
Curse in my house. I tell you one thing though.
I wonder where he got the cursing from.
I don't know where the F he could get that from.
All that.
Damn. And I blamed it right on his father.
Yeah.
I was like, that family is cussy.
Yeah.
They cuss all day, but he
Yeah.
knows not to say it in front of them. But
Do we have any
Nope.
scenarios? I feel like we haven't gotten to our scenarios.
we
in
got
a long,
scenarios.
long
I got
time.
them. I got them. I
We
got
should
them.
start out the show that way.
Let's go. Do you want to start off that way?
Yeah, we need to do
Saucy
things
and Friends
fun.
officially starts now. Let's go.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
I know. I just made. Ah, yeah. Dee, dee, dee. Let's see. Today we're gonna switch things up a bit. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? Today is Friday, April 18th. Friday, April 18th, and it's approximately 9:45 in the morning. So that means we're a little bit late, but who cares? It's Friday. It's free up yourself.
It's Good Friday too.
And it's Good Friday.
Good morning.
Good Friday. Today is going to be a high of 65 degrees. Right now it's currently 52 degrees, and all it says is it's going to be sunny. Cloudy conditions expected around 2 p.m. Wind gusts up to 8 miles per hour. For the rest of the weekend, tomorrow's Saturday. It's supposed to be 78 degrees.
It's gonna be a scorcher.
It's gonna be a scorcher. But don't get too excited, because right after that on Sunday, which is our great fun day, it will drop down to 65. It's a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, comfortable. You could be inside, you could be outside. It depends on where you want to be in life on that day. So we're excited about that, and we want you guys to all come through and have a good time and hang out with us. Grab a drink, grab a food, grab something. Do what you
That
gotta
is
do.
amazing. 65, 78, 65.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
my
yeah,
Lord. Look
yeah.
at next week. Oh, Lord. All up in the 70s.
What is it,
and
70s?
60s.
I'm so good because I didn't wear no coat. So I like when I get to
Yeah,
leave the
right.
house and not wear no coat, but I do have on a long sleeve and a hoodie. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that still
I
counts.
still got my winter coat here because you never know.
That white bubble jacket?
I still got the bubble
Oh,
coat.
wow.
Watch for this.
Do not give that up.
You say it's water resistant.
We got a great show lined up for you, but as we get it prepared, we're going to start out with our scenarios a little bit early today, so we can find out what kind of foolishness wake you guys up, get you guys started in the evening. In the meantime, go ahead and give this show up a share. Share
Run
it
it
a
up,
show.
Run it up.
Let people know that we're gonna have a good time today. I'm gonna take heed, and I'm gonna do that right now. Let's have some fun. Today we'll be giving out free tickets to our free event on Sunday. So you could call in and you could win something. But it's free.
It's free.
Irregardless, it is free. All right. Let's get into our scenarios. Let me go pull them up.
So what's a scenario? Here we
Oh
go,
my
yo.
gosh, I love that song.
Do
Here we
you?
go, yo.
I do.
What makes you like it?
It's all of the people. Like, it was such a hot collaboration, and then all of their different parts were all really, really good.
This reminded me of yesterday. I think it was the Shade Room shared a carousel reel of what female MC or rapper had the best feature on a song. So they did all of the classics, you want to rumble with the B and EVE. It was a really nice throwback little segment that
Send
they
it to
did
me.
that.
I'd like to see that.
Well, why I didn't
female
send it
rapper
to you?
girls. I like that.
So let's get into our scenarios. Let's start off the day with some foolishness. My wife says scissoring with female friends after the club doesn't make her a lesbian, just adventurous. And we'll stop there.
Because what do you mean?
Now, why we go there so quickly? How did we get
That's how you want to start the
there?
morning?
Oh, I had actually collected another one too that was pretty good. The other day that I screenshotted for us, and
I thought I sent you one too.
Did you?
The one that the guys were doing on that thing, that was a really good one.
What
The
was
guy
that?
went to the to a swingers club with his girlfriend.
We read that last week.
Oh, we did. Oh,
Yep.
we did. Was I?
Uh-huh.
Let me
Yep. And that's why I thought you were sending it to me because they was late.
Oh.
They
That
was
sound
late
like
to
one
the
of
party.
these DJs and thoughts.
Oh, you sound like that girl who just. Wife and I work every day, but she is putting us in debt with her reckless spending. I set a budget for us. She agrees and then breaks it anyways. She bought a new vacuum. Why not use a broom? New paint and new table for the dining room. We never have company over. It's just us. Because of her spending habits, we're behind on rent and may get evicted anyways. She doesn't know this. My girlfriend accepts my financial situation and we agreed to cut back on date nights, etc. Especially since she's expecting my first baby. I don't eat out as much as I used to, but I do have spending money for my hookah nights with my friends. I've been married for only 2 years, and I wonder if I should get a divorce before my greedy wife brings a baby into this financial mess. If I'm honest, I feel like I married the wrong woman. I could never really love anyone who doesn't respect my money.
He doesn't want to give her any money, but he has money for his hookah nights with his friends.
And to go on date nights with his girlfriend who is now expecting his baby.
Oh, but not to his wife.
She can't buy a vacuum
She
and
should
a
use
dining
broom.
room for the house because he needs to be able to have money for date nights and hookah nights with the boys.
Just leave that woman alone. Just leave that woman alone. What are you doing? Like, what is the advice that you're seeking here?
I think people just be wanting to write out their problems and see if it makes sense to anybody else, like how they make sense in their own brain.
In their own head?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I've been living with my boyfriend and his 16-year-old daughter for 2 months. I left my man for him. I took his daughter's phone because she refused to do her chores. As I slept, she put vegetable oil in my hair and ruined my $300 wig install.
Oh, hell no.
When I woke up, my lace front was puckered and rolled back towards the center of my head.
Not puckered.
She left the oil bottle near me so I could know that she did it. My hair could not be redone without washing it. I told him I was going to kick his daughter's ass. Him, why are you disciplining her? How are you the authority in my house when you're sleeping on my floor?
Say it again.
The daughter sleeping on the floor?
Who doing that?
The daughter's asked him. He said, why are you disciplining her? How are you the authority in my house when you sleeping on the floor? FYI, he doesn't like anyone to sleep in the bed with him, so I have a sleeping bag near the foot of the bed. I'm not sleeping on the floor. I have a sleeping bag. He won't pay for a new wig.
Stop it.
What is
What are you
happening?
talking about?
The
Who's sleeping in the bag?
The
Who's sleeping on
man-
the floor? Sleeping bag?
Oh my
the
God.
man
The woman?
had the lace
The
front?
woman.
Okay.
The woman is sleeping on the floor because the man, who is the father of the daughter, does not want anybody sleeping in his bed. So she sleeps down in a sleeping bag at the foot of the bed.
Who,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
who ruined whose lace front?
The man's daughter that sleeps in the bed by himself, that has a girlfriend who sleeps on the floor.
Uh-huh.
His daughter ruined the girlfriend who sleeps on the floor's wig.
Uh-huh.
So now it's ruined.
Mhm.
There's so much to unpack there.
Is it?
Not really.
It's so much to unpack that you might as well just pack what you can.
Yes.
Because there's too much happening.
Yes.
Why are you? The only question I have is why are you sleeping on the floor?
Why
in a
are you
sleeping
his
bag?
girlfriend sleeping on the floor in a sleeping bag?
He don't want nobody sleeping in his bed.
Why are you his girlfriend?
Bye, Felicia.
Exactly. Bye,
He's-
Felicia.
because what he does for her is he allows her
to sleep on his floor.
to sleep on his floor because she could be next. At least he ain't with no other girl. God, y'all women are just really picky and really, really just to, I've been dating an unhappily married man for 8 months.
Because I was waiting for the of what you were saying and what it is.
I've been dating an unhappily married man for 8 months.
There it
He
is.
made his intentions clear with me. He is preparing to leave his wife.
Oh.
She posted their wedding photo and wrote, "There will be trials, but love will carry us." I replied to his wife,
Mm-hmm.
That's cute, but his love carries me further.
Yes.
Touche.
Yes.
She deleted her post and then she deleted her page. Why? Because he chose me and she knew it. Well, we were riding in my car. I was driving and I sped through a yellow light when a car turned and smacked into the side of my car. Karma.
Mm.
The airbag punched me in the nose and I was pinned against the vehicle. He jumped out and ran.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was running to get help, but he kept running.
Yeah.
He left me at the crash site, bloody and stuck in the car. I called him several times from the ER, and after I was discharged and he ignored me, her Facebook is active again, and he wrote a status about how God spared his life for his wife. That what happened. How could he deny his love for me so quickly?
And the silence fell over the crowd. Because
What would you do if you got into a car accident with a man and he got out the car and ran away from the car, from the scene of the crime?
I would have drove that car with the airbag deployed over his ass. I would have. Well, I wouldn't. I would at least bump him.
Bump this. Boop.
Like how Sparkell runs up and pushes you in the back.
Yeah.
I would have
I
at
would
least
at
told you to
least-
start running. I
Yeah.
told you get out the car.
She was injured. She couldn't
Oh,
move.
yeah,
That's like that scenario where like the
Oh.
husband calls the wife and
Yes.
he was like, I got into a car accident and Carol drove me to I got into a car accident, broke my leg. Carol drove me to the emergency room. She was like, who's Carol?
Who's Carol? Where the Carol? Because that's what it is. Why you was in the car with somebody who got in a car crash? That's crazy. It's 3:00 in the morning. Are you kidding me? Bro, stay there.
Have
Yo.
y'all ever been in a car accident on the way to somebody's house for a little fun time?
No.
I have.
What? And did you continue to go?
I didn't collect the information of the person that hit me.
Because I had to go.
I had to go.
I had somewhere.
I got an appointment. Appointment.
I will give me your phone number. Text it, and we'll figure it out.
Hey, take a picture. Picture this.
He
Here's a
was
picture of my
drunk.
license.
I got hit by a drunk driver
Oh.
on my way to Worcester
I
on
would-
Route 9. And he
You
tried
was going
to do,
quite out to Worcester for a fun
he
time.
tried to do a wonder belt.
Child, look, I know because I was about to say that, and then I was like, well,
Yeah. I've done some traveling.
sometimes I drove all the way down to freaking Delaware.
You sure
one
did.
time,
You
so-
sure did. You sure did. I remember that.
Yeah, yes, I did. By myself, 6 hours stuck in there.
Oh man. The things you do.
Boy, I tell you, when you younger and you got time, you got time.
Shoot, I'm saying.
My
Anyhow.
35th birthday party, the videographer was filming my husband toast to me. My friend was seated at the table nearby and told her guest, whom I did not invite, how my husband did her wrong after she had a miscarriage. When I lost our baby, I was so depressed, but he seemed cool with it, like he dodged a bullet. And that's cool, though. We'll make another one. Videographer sent the link to the unedited video, and I confronted my husband. My husband said, I was with her first. You knew I'd go back. You didn't steal me from her. Y'all sharing me. What the hell?
Wow.
If I didn't
What the
steal
helly?
him, why doesn't he move out and give me my car back? So clearly, I stole him, but why is he denying it? Why is she still hanging around trying to get pregnant? Please explain what level of the game this is and how I can get the upper hand. You can get the upper hand by having a tad bit of self-respect for yourself.
A tad, like even just a little
A
bit of self-respect.
tiny
would
bit
stop
of
you from that
self-respect.
foolishness. What do you mean? Why doesn't he give me my car back? Why don't you take the car back? From him?
Exactly. It's your car.
People is crazy.
People is crazy
People-
as
I
hell.
I was watching Facebook yesterday and came across a post, and I said, "Y'all really be allowing these people to play up in your faces and make you look stupid
Every time.
all
Every
the time?" And I don't understand why. This is why I'm single.
You know what the thing is about most things is that I believe that most women,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say most, I believe that there are a lot of women out there who will let you slide if you don't embarrass them in the worst ways.
Yeah.
The problem is that y'all want to embarrass people and still do your dirt. And that's the part that I can't. People got egos. You know, like we're all built with a certain amount of ego in us.
Yeah.
I don't want to be known as the girl who's getting cheated on all the time, everywhere by this man who's out there kikiing in everybody's face. And I know the same thing is true for men with women.
Yeah.
But we all got to do a little better job of,
Yeah.
of getting things
Mm-hmm. Who you
Figure
think
it out.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing
What
now?
happened?
I don't know. Why do you look like that? Like sad, like he's in trouble.
What the other one?
They both in there.
Okay.
And then last but not least, here's the last bit of foolishness that we have. I moved around a lot because growing up, because because of my mother. My father revealed that I am 21 years old.
You
I
didn't
thought
know?
I was 19.
Oh, damn.
From an early age, my mom pushed my birthday back and made me repeat 2 grades just for a few extra years of child support.
No.
Say
What?
it. She did what?
I thought I was 19. From an early age, my mom pushed my birthday back and made me repeat 2 grades just for a few extra years of child support.
Where's she
I
from,
discovered my
Honduras?
true age when my father petitioned the court to end the support. Mom falsified my birth certificate to register me in different schools and always seemed surprised that I was attracted to older girls. She got probation for fraud, but she ruined my life and pretends she did nothing wrong. How do I make her see how stealing 2 years of my life affected me? I can't fully trust women because of this. And see, you see how that mom has set us up for failure?
Yep.
She has set us up for failure.
Yeah.
So the mother pushed the age back. Told the kid to I don't.
That
I
he
guess-
was a different
yeah.
age.
And I guess you sent the wrong birth
And
papers to the court
Yep.
room
Wow.
so that he could have to pay child support for the rest of his natural born life. And that's not right.
Yeah. You know what? And let's get into that because that's a deeper conversation. So let's get just a tad bit into that.
Uh-huh.
What you just mentioned. There are a lot of grown men
Yeah.
in their 50s that are still holding on to stuff that happened
Yes.
with them
Yes.
when they were a child
a baby
that
child.
their mother did.
Yep.
And so I always say, mothers, hug your sons,
Mhm.
love your sons,
Yes,
because
sir.
what you do is you
Uh-huh.
let them beast out into the world.
Uh-huh.
And then we women who are just trying to do good have to suffer the repercussions of these hurt men who have never healed
Mhm.
their inner wounded child.
Hello. Speak on it, sister.
That's all. That's all I got to say.
And that's all she gonna say because she don't got to say no more.
I don't want to say it no more.
Mm-mm.
No more.
Mm-mm.
But I'm going to love them anyway.
Traumatized his son.
I'm going to love them anyway because I love,
Mm-hmm.
I will offer hugs to all of them.
To everybody all
Everybody.
the time.
Free hugs over here.
Because it needs to be. We got free hugs coming up on Sunday. So come
Mhm.
through and we'll give it to you.
Mm-hmm,
Uh-huh.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Chris said, "Yo, don't be mad. You can't be mad that a woman. You can't be mad at that woman. You got to be honest with yourself. All she did was expose loopholes in the child support system."
Very nice. That was a nice spin.
Thank
Chris.
you so much, Chris.
Thank
You
you, Chris,
always
for
know how
always
to make things better.
Putting things back into perspective for us. We appreciate you more than you
Ever
understand.
knew. Amen.
Amen.
Let the church say.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I am delivered.
Delivered.
I am delivered.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Is that your scenarios for the day, Miss
That is
Saucy?
my scenarios for today. We woke you guys up. I see you guys have been paying attention. In the meantime, go ahead and give it up a share one more time so that we can get right into our news.
Share it up. And while you're sharing, make sure you let people know about our anniversary party that is coming up on Sunday,
Mhm.
Sunday, 4/20. It is not a marijuana party,
It is not.
popular,
But
What
we
does it
will
say?
be. But we will be indulging.
but I mean, I'm just saying, BYO.
It's out. They got an outside somewhere.
Everywhere's got an outside.
Everywhere got an outside. So
Right.
if that's what you do,
Right.
you come one, come all.
But inside is a family-friendly event. Bring all of your family. Come up here, celebrate with us. There's going to be, we're going to have little things to do. There's going to be a little Easter egg hunt. There's going to be some
Easter leg
some,
lunch.
there's going to be some performances.
Yep, there's gonna be.
There's
good
going to
food.
be
Some guest DJs.
guest DJs. We're gonna have a really, really good time here. And if you know us and you've ever been out with any of us, we like to party.
We even have some laughter coming in. We even have a comedian.
Because
coming
we love to party.
Going to have a funky good time.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
All
right
right,
now
let's
we're
get
going to
into
take
this.
we're going to take a little quick commercial
Yes.
break. We'll be right back. We've got
Exactly.
our local news for you. Local news is local, and then we've got national news. We got a little bit of entertainment news for you guys at the end too.
Yes, we do.
It's going to be interesting. See y'all in a minute.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
Boss Boston, it's time to turn up and celebrate 5 years of the city's #1 home for urban and Caribbean music, Spark FM. Join us Saturday, April 20th at Spark Media and Culture Center for our 5-year anniversary party.
Extra bright, I want y'all to see this.
You already know how we do. Good vibes, great music, and nonstop energy all day long.
We're celebrating 5 years of community, culture, and growth, and we want you to be a part of it. Plus, when you donate to our anniversary fundraiser, you get an exclusive Spark FM goodie bag waiting for you at the party.
So mark your calendars, tell a friend, and pull up April 20th to party with Boston's best DJs, special guests, and the entire Spark Nation family. Free registration at sparkfmonline.com.
Each and every Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. inside the Avenue, where you bring the drinks and we bring the vibe. My name is Gary Banton alongside my co-host Big Trini, right here in SparkFMOnline.com, the #1 place for soca, hip-hop, R&B, and more. Each and every Saturdays from 6 to 9 p.m. It's the Avenue.
Looking for a meaningful way to engage with your community and make a difference? Volunteer with the Massachusetts Senior Medicare Patrol Program and help prevent Medicare fraud. Visit masmp.org. This project is supported by a grant from the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Says she wanna take me away. Says she wanna take me away. Says she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at SparkFMOnline.com. Turn us up. Spark FM.
Horse and carriage, Mama Lita, and we gonna rise to the top. Oh yeah, Respect Falita, Madame Malita. Hey, another punch in the better. I don't know any of the songs, so it's time for our Around the Way news. Miss Tony, hit us with the bit us.
Oh my, the Around the Way news. So sad for the culture. G Court shuts down for Marathon Monday. What is the G Court?
What is G Court?
I'm not quite sure. So the Boston Police Department and McCosey Management announced on Wednesday only current lessees will be allowed to access the Gardner Court Apartments building and courtyard on April 21st in anticipation of Marathon Monday celebrations. There will be heavy restrictions on building and property access and zero tolerance for gatherings, parties, or disorderly conduct enforced by a private security firm. Gardner Court Apartments wrote in an email to all residents and co-signers Wednesday, obtained by the news. The email warned any disorderly behavior will result in police involvement. And I think the picture right above is last year's, what it looked like at the G Court last year.
Which
Do you see that?
makes a lot of sense.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Gardner Court, locally known as G Court, has historically been the focal point of Marmun celebrations. Masses of students also are known to flock to G Court on
Is
Marmun.
Marathon Monday?
Yes, Marmun, girl.
Marmun.
Filling the courtyard, hanging out the windows, and dancing on the rooftop. I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty dead, or at least not nearly as fun as it was last year, said Lawton Jordan, a Boston University sophomore and G Court resident. It's just a shame. Last year, a man fell out of a second-story window at G Court. on Marmon and was carried out on a stretcher with a neck brace.
Why, he had a Borg?
Several Borgs
Yeah.
probably. Considerable damage was also done to the property with hundreds of empty cans and Borgs,
yeah.
which stand for Black Outrage gallons left in the courtyard by revelers. I guess that was too much for Makosi to deal with this year, and so I have a feeling it's mostly scare tactics, Jordan said. But anyhow, the G court will be shut down. Don't go there if you don't live there, but these kids are going to try it anyway.
They're going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
These children have absolutely no fear of authority.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Have y'all seen? They've been getting ready for the marathon all over the place.
Because all they do, they make it another whole drunk day. It's like it's a for them college students, it's another day to just be outside drinking.
Another what day?
Another St. Patrick's Day.
Very good.
I was like, the green
holiday.
Green
The green
one.
holiday. This boy's last name is Coochie. His name is
nice.
Nicholas Coochie. And Coochie says that he plans to spend the time with friends and wait to see if all the restrictions work. Mr. Coochie.
Coochie.
That's funny. She didn't try to attack. Officers fired shot at a vicious dog near the Boston Marathon finish line.
No, when was that?
Yesterday.
So did she attack or was she a vicious dog?
Well, they say the owners of a dog that was shot at. Oh, she didn't get shot by a Boston police officer and eventually subdued by multiple tasers. Oh my gosh! Insist their pet never tried to attack anyone.
They always think that they pets is good and they don't believe in no, and they believe in eating ice cream and then giving them a little lick and stuff like
and
that.
then licking the same spot with their own tongue.
And it's be these same dogs that be scratching them up and biting them in their little pory skins.
Oh, my.
I be seeing it in the dog groups all the time.
Oh wow, the situation escalated as quickly as Sauce took that one around 9:22 a.m. outside the Boston Public Library. It happened near where crews were laying down the Boston Marathon finish line decal. It happened near where crews. Oh, sorry, I was going to read that line again.
He has the clip.
Shoot it up.
Dog jumped up and knocked an officer down, but they insist that their pet didn't try to attack anyone.
Lies.
Over there outside the Boston Public Library near the Boston Marathon finish line, police, of course, saw things differently, and the response involving a shot being fired and tasers being deployed sent people scattering, confused over what was going on. A showdown with Boston police officers and a barking dog captured by a witness on Boylston Street. Now! Tensions escalated just as crews were laying down the Boston Marathon finish line decal. An officer fired a single gunshot after police say the dog tried to attack. The dog was not hit by the bullet, but officers then used multiple tasers.
She didn't try to attack.
Oh.
She did try to protect, but she didn't bite anybody.
Cassie and Danielle Mahalski are the dog's owners. The women who live on the streets tell us they were sleeping outside the Boston Public Library and police told them to clear out. That's when they say their pet, Maggie May, a 9-month-old Staffordshire Bull Terrier, got protective.
It's like, don't shoot my dog. And they hit him once, twice, and I was trying to pull things out of him.
That's a guy?
Her wife, Cassie, seen on the left of the screen, pleading for Maggie May to stay and for officers not to subdue her. The dog bolted after being hit by 2 tasers and made it nearly 2 miles to the financial district before police hit her with a 3rd taser and captured her.
She did not die, so thank God.
She was trying to protect herself. She never bit anybody.
The commotion captured a lot of attention ahead of the Boston Marathon, with tourists from around the world already descending on the Back Bay.
Really concerning of how police officers just certainly have this first reaction of pulling out their gun and shooting at a living being. You don't know where that bullet might go.
A Gen Zer. You know, she's talking like their being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she said a living being, right? She didn't call it a dog.
Yeah,
that was very interesting. That's very interesting. So that happened. Unfortunately, we hate to hear about these dog incidents. Maggie May, what did they do? What did they end up doing with her?
I mean, they probably put her in the kennel because they don't got nowhere to keep her.
Right? They don't. They
probably live in
unhomed.
in front of the library.
Well, yeah, they do. That's what they said.
Yeah. So
that's right. You right. Stand up for your being.
He just saw Paul. So Paul snuck in. I thought he was going to see whatever. But you don't got to be so vocal.
Has he met Paul before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. At least one person was killed in a 5-vehicle wreck that shut down I-93 in Medford.
So, sorry, quick segue. Today, when I was going down American Legion Highway, there was a car that seemed like they were trying to jump the island because the whole front of the car and the wheel was up on the island, turned in, and it was completely damaged, which caused traffic because we have an unused bike lane, which is something we got to talk about all the time still because I don't go down American Legion Highway as often as I did. But when I do, it still pisses me off.
I do. I
It's
drive
ridiculous.
down there quite frequently, and it pisses me off all the time. Because I'm always driving down there looking at the unused goddamn land.
It just be the one Asian dude that exercises because he's got a little limp, and he be the only person running in there. It be him against the world.
Him against the world.
And he could actually run on the sidewalk, but he probably said, since nobody else is using the bike lane, I might as well get more room to spread my wingspan and just run.
Yeah.
Well, it's ridiculous.
We should have asked Josh Kraft about his plans for that.
Yes, we should have. We got to bring him back because we still need to. I don't know what Josh Kraft plans are, but whatever.
Authorities are continuing to investigate a major wreck that left at least one person dead and shut down Interstate 93 in Medford during the Thursday evening commute.
That's gotta suck.
Yeah, troopers responded to a report of a crash on the northbound side of the highway near exit 25 just before 6:30 p.m. Discovered a 5-vehicle pileup, according to the Massachusetts State Police. Injuries to at least one person involved in the crash proved fatal, prompting a response from the state medical examiner's office. Their name has not been released. Video shared with Boston News showed a sea of first responders working at the scene of the crash, and what appeared to be a vehicle flipped over on the side of the highway. State police didn't mention if anyone else was injured in the crash. The highway was closed for hours at Roosevelt Circle as crews gathered evidence and worked to clear the wreckage. The cause of the crash wasn't immediately clear. This is a developing story.
But imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine 6:45 on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
On a Thursday, right after work, and a car crash. How long were we backed up?
Yeah.
2-3 hours.
2-3 hours.
Chilling in the middle of the chilling with, and it would be me that's in the traffic with no gas.
Sit down. He's standing straight up against the back of the desk, like a person with his standing straight up.
Hanging out
with Paul. New England serial killer fears warrant review and investigation as body count reaches 7 across 3 straight states. Did anybody hear about the serial killer in New England?
No,
me either.
We've been reading the news literally every day for the last 4 years, and I haven't heard a damn thing about a serial killer in New England. Except that one man. Remember, he was going all over the place trying to kill all the people. He killed like 3 people, stole a bus, an ambulance, and something else. Remember him?
Oh, he was like on a spree.
Yeah, he was on a spree. He killed a man, the light worker, the utility worker. Yeah, man. Dude, I mean, Massachusetts got a lot of serial killers.
Yes,
they be killing people.
Well, the eerie discovery of 7 decaying corpses across the New England states warrants review and investigation after police shut down growing fears the deaths are linked to a serial killer. Matthew Mangino, a Pennsylvania-based defense attorney, said police in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island should be working together after the human remains uncovered in nearby coastal towns between March and April fueled the online theories of a ruthless lone wolf on the loose. Whether it's coincidental or not, I think it merits review and investigation at least, said Mangino, foreign Lawrence District Attorney. Get down!
What's happening?
He's trying to, but he can't get a good grip on him. he's trying. Get over here! Collaboration between the different jurisdictions to determine whether or not there is some threat out there to individuals that may be going on as we speak. We don't know that, but I think it does merit that kind of scrutiny. The decaying bodies were discovered in New Haven, Groton, and Killingly, Connecticut, Plymouth and Framingham, Massachusetts, and Foster, Rhode Island, with authorities identifying the remains of 3 women. The cause of death had not been released. These different jurisdictions need to get together and compare notes and reports. Were these homicides? I mean, we may find that these are deaths, or it could be a suicide, but it could be accidental. So the number one issue is there enough to determine the cause and manner of death. So they just found 7 bodies and determined that it might be a serial killer, but they're not sure. That they think it might be, but it may not be. And now we're going to say that.
I kind of feel like it is.
Because it's all women.
It's all women.
Are they bound, gagged, and what was that one name? The serial killer, he bound, gagged, and
BTK.
Killed BTK. Yeah, killed them. Yeah.
Was the one back in the day, the Boston Strangler.
The Boston Strangler, yeah, but then after him, so the BTK killer mimicked the Boston Strangler, and then was bound, torture, kill.
Boy, yes, okay, because I was like,
so
that other word don't start with a T. Go ahead.
They have the pictures of some of the women here. It looks like there were 2 black women. And then some other women all over the place. The New England serial killer. So look out for that. Illegal investigation uncovers illegal casinos, unstamped cigarettes in Quincy and Boston, says the Attorney General. Yo, that Andrea Campbell has her hands full.
She is doing all of it. She's like, if I could do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So a husband and wife from Braintree have been indicted by the statewide grand jury on charges they operated unlicensed casinos in Quincy and Boston's Chinatown, according to a press release issued by Andrea Campbell, our Attorney General. The grand jury handed down 15 indictments against Zhu Tan Zheng, 50, and Jiu Rong Li, 55, both of Braintree. The charges include money laundering, tax evasions, trafficking, unstamped cigarettes, possession of
unstamped cigarettes.
Yeah. What's that, Lucy's?
Yes.
Possession of or operation of an electronic gaming device, registering bets, and filing a false or fraudulent tax return in 2022 and 2023. A 2-year investigation concluded that Lee and Zhang ran illegal casinos at 299 Newport Ave in Quincy and 32B Oxford Street in Boston. The press release states the Newport Avenue location hosts multiple businesses, including Quincy Taekwondo and a massage therapy center.
With a happy ending?
Maybe. At these casinos, Li, Zhang, and their employees provided gaming tables and devices, including slot machines, which provided cash payouts and offered illegal unstamped tobacco products for sale. The press release said the defendants sold untaxed cigarettes purchased out of state and internationally, according to investigators. What is so what is that?
Unstamped cigarettes, right?
Unstamped cigarettes, yeah. A search warrant executed in September of 2024 resulted in the seizure of 60,000 packs of unstamped cigarettes valued at around $6 million.
600,000.
What did I say?
60,000. That's 600,000.
600,000. Yeah.
Wow.
In Massachusetts, possessing or transporting unstamped cigarettes is illegal and carries potential penalties. Retailers are also prohibited from accepting deliveries of unstamped cigarettes. Maybe a sell-by date? The law presumes intent to sell if unstamped cigarettes are possessed by someone other than a stamper or licensed retailer. The frig is a stamper?
Unstamped cigarettes.
What are unstamped cigarettes? Okay, unstamped cigarettes means a package of cigarettes to which tobacco tax stamps are not affixed in the amount and manner required by the tax general article.
Oh,
which means so that means they ain't getting their piece.
Yeah, they not getting their piece, and they not what did I just say?
Regulated.
They not putting the stamp on it.
So these are Newport cigarettes. They crossed over into Rhode Island and brought them back and whatever because they illegal.
And sometimes that's what you gotta do.
So they found that. They found all those cigarettes worth $6 million, 22 slot machines. They also found $141,000 in cash was found in the defendants' homes. And all kinds of things. So these people was doing it wrong.
Damn.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Illegal casino.
They was super illegal. They was not super, but then to be so prominent.
Yeah.
Where is it? Is it Asian one?
There was one in Chinatown and one in
Zhurong.
Somewhere else. What you say?
Zhu Tang Zhang?
Yes.
And Zhurong.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what his name is.
I don't think that's what that said. Oh, it do say it wrong.
Wrong, exactly. You wrong. You was wrong for that. Why you might want to think twice about renting a blue bike in Boston. Before we say anything else, let's be clear. Blue Bikes is a great program, and Boston is a better city because of it. The bike share network kicked off in 2011.
Who said
back when
that?
it was called Hubway.
Who they asked? Who quoted that?
Hubway. It was called Hubway. And more than 1 million rides were taken within the first 2 years. Blue Bikes has helped normalize cycling, reduce traffic, and provide efficient transport for inner city Bostonians.
And for the
with
people
places
in
to
Mass
go.
and Cass to just drive to Target.
Right. Because there's a blue bike that's just been sitting in our parking lot.
When it
just
came-
sitting there in the parking lot. And it's just like, y'all don't want to return that? Anyhow, unlike so many bike share systems, Blue Bike is municipally owned, so most of the subscription and rental fees stay local in a city that has never been easy to get around. This initiative remains a fleet of more than 4,000 bikes, which are parked at 450 stations across 13 municipalities. This is an amazing feat and something Massachusetts should be proud of. That said, first-time tourists shouldn't expect to just jump on a blue bike and go, especially if they're not confident urban riders. Boston is confusing, congested, unforgiving, and downright dangerous to ride in, even if you know the city well. The same goes for satellite communities like Cambridge and Somerville, which all feel like the same city to newcomers. The whole metropolitan area can feel like it's conspiring to destroy you, and the minimalist blue bikes may seem ill-prepared for the curbs, potholes, cracked pavement, hairpin turns, sudden stops, red light running cars, and general mayhem that await you at every block and intersection. Most visitors will take this historic New England walking route, while others will puzzle about Boston's train system, the T. Many hardened souls will drive through Beantown in a car, braving some of the most hair-raising traffic in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Finally, a few will try blue bikes, which are also available to anyone with the app. Be warned, pedaling around Boston is hard.
It's not. It is hard. You know, one part that they left out, which is crazy because I think they covered mostly everything, is them blue bikes need to be tuned up. They need to be fixed.
Yep.
It is hard to ride them. Them seats are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I really do get that they have supplied for us an extra way to transport ourselves and stuff. But I rode one of them blue bikes once and I felt like I needed to go get an ultrasound after because I felt like I got assaulted. You know?
But I thought that's what the article was going to talk about.
Me too.
But it didn't talk about that. Do you know blue bikes weigh 45 pounds? That's kind of heavy.
That's really heavy.
Yeah.
Like imagine you gotta turn the bike around because you ended up at the end part, and now you got to pick the bike up. Then you get on the bike, the damn chain in it is broken or loose, and then the basket don't work. They don't got no horns, nothing.
I remember me and Sahara decided we was gonna go ride blue bikes in Franklin Park, and they had the little display out there for the lights.
Yeah.
And me and her pedaling. I looked back and I was like, "Where's Sahara?" She had fell over into the floor.
Oh no.
Anyhow, they said that there was 10,616 potholes logged in Boston in 2024. 10,616. Wow.
Fresh Dan
That's
said
crazy.
only crackhead ride them bikes.
That's true. And that's why
the kids that
locals don't
steal
want to
them.
ride them anymore because all the crack is beyond the crack.
It is.
residue.
When they had the tents up on Mass and Cass, all the damn blue bikes was in the tents.
Each tent had a blue bike in it.
And I think they was holding up the tent sometimes too.
They probably had four bikes as the walls of their tent with a tarp that they stole from
Sound
Home
about
Depot. I don't know. Anyways,
Sound about right.
that's crazy.
That sounds like a structured home.
And that sounds like a little house we used to build.
Zinc.
Go to the trash heap and get whatever materials you could to build a little house.
Shout out to Peter Noble. He said, "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I love this program."
We love
Good
you,
morning,
Peter.
and thank you for joining in.
Yes, sir.
Buenos
Pamela.
dias, Pamela.
Yes, buenos dias, Pamela.
Very nice. Hey, Fresh Jan, how are you with your fresh self? That's fresh right there. So, Raquel, give me a break, okay? You are not a part of this show.
Yes, I am.
Staring into my eye hole like, look at me, I'm on the mic. Get away.
What's your part? What's your segment, Sparkle?
Oh, you don't got nothing to say today. And then, did you guys know that there's a movie being filmed in Boston right now?
I heard about it. What is it?
I don't know. From racist employee to lead star, this movie filming in Massachusetts is looking for actors. A movie filming in Massachusetts needs a wide range of actors. It is a short student film called Tale of a Sundown Town.
$600.
And it is part of Emerson College, and roles pay up to $600.
Yes, sir.
In stark contrast, our good friend Jadine, the real Jadine, not JD Vance.
J.D. Vance.
She just posted something in Louisiana. They're looking for people to come and pick blueberries on a farm.
Oh, I saw that. I wanted
Paying
to. Yes.
$11 an hour.
For 9 to 10 hours a day.
For 9 to 10 hours a day.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. Pick blueberries for $11 an hour. Can you? Is that's slavery?
That's 100%. That's a little bit better than slavery
because slavery didn't get
like 11 cents.
Right.
And
you got to eat the chitlins.
And you got to eat the chitlins. But that's crazy because I don't know if that's real or not. When I went to the page that posted it, they post a lot of employments and hirings and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if that is a real something somewhere that somebody wants you to come pick their blueberries for $11 an hour, because that would only have to be child labor or immigrant labor, and we can't do any of those.
But I got questions on the movie Tale of a Sundown Town.
Tale of a Sundown Town. A narrator tells the story of a spring break road trip. 5 HBCU college students take a detour to visit one of their grandparents.
Why they had to tape it here?
After an encounter at a gas station, they lean into they learn it's a sundown town and must survive the night at the grandparents' house. Actors ages 19 to 69 are needed for this short film. Beyond the lead actors are needed for roles such as racist employee and gas station employee. Filming will happen from May 1st to May 3rd and May 5th to 7th in Boston. And I don't know where you're supposed to go if you're interested. It doesn't give any information about that.
If you do not know what a sundown town is, a sundown town, also known as a sunset or gray town, was a community in the United States that practiced racial segregation by effectively excluding non-white residents, often through a combination of discriminatory local laws, intimidation, and violence. The name Sundown Town stemmed from the common practice of posting signs that warned colored people to leave town by sunset.
So let me tell you, when I did Project Hip Hop, right?
Yeah.
And that was, like the civil rights tour that I did my last year of high school. We were driving through Alabama and going to a campsite. Who told them that was what I did?
You wanted to go to camp?
We were going to a campsite. Yeah. Like a camp in tents in Alabama.
Oh, camp in tents in Alabama.
At a state park. And
at a state park. That's getting better.
We lost our way and we had to stop at one of these little gas stations. Oh. And the man, with the, piece of hay that he was chewing on, a cowboy hat. And he was like, oh yeah, I know exactly where y'all are going.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And they got directions from him. And we went and camped out in the state park in Alabama.
I'm blessed to say that y'all made it out safely.
I slept on top of. I didn't sleep. I sat on top of that van until the sun came up. And I was like, I'm not sleeping because what y'all trying to do here? Y'all trying to give us the full experience?
Yeah.
And we did get that because I was afraid.
What movie was that recently came? That recently was big, and it was a sundown town. They had to race out of the town. Was it that one with the black boy?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Lovecraft County.
Oh, Lovecraft County.
Wasn't it with Aaron Fernandez?
No,
Aaron Pierre Rasa.
No, Mufasa.
No.
The one that just came out with Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler movie.
Yes,
it's out in movies now. It's called Sinners.
Sinners.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Sinners. I want to see that.
I know. Well, I was very afraid to see it.
Yeah,
but I'm going to see it now because I just got a hint about what it's really about.
Look at you! You about to go see Sinners? It's it's vampires.
It's vampires. I didn't know it was vampires. I thought it was. So I can watch vampire stuff. What I don't want to watch is like no hoodoo, voodoo, black magic,
no witches,
no poltergeist type, nothing. I don't like those kind of things. But I could watch a vampire movie.
I could watch that because I used to watch True Blood all the time. That was my show.
I could do vampires and zombies. I could do a little
True Blood was so good, Tristan.
I'm trying to remember. I think I used to watch that.
It was so much sex in it. That's not why it was good, but it was like...
That's why it was good to you. Walking Dead, though. Like, Walking Dead, I think I could probably watch that. Like a zombie.
I couldn't watch a Walking Dead.
That's stupid. I hate those.
You know what movie I loved? Shaun of the Dead. That funny zombie movie. But anyhow, that has been the local news. And I don't know if you want to slide right into the national or what you want to do. What you want to do, girl?
What do I want to do? I want to go. Let's take a quick little break.
All right.
Let's take a quick little break and we'll be right back in a few minutes. Keep it locked right here with Spark FM Online.
Is that Spark FM?
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Chiz.
What is this, Doctor?
This is
Well, Spark of New England, Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Boston, it's time to turn up and celebrate 5 years of the city's #1 home for urban and Caribbean music, Spark FM. Join us Saturday, April 20th at Spark Media and Culture Center for our 5-year anniversary party.
Extra bright, I want y'all to see this.
You already know how we do. Good vibes, great music, and nonstop energy all day long.
We're celebrating 5 years of community, culture, and growth, and we want you to be a part of it. Plus, when you donate to our anniversary fundraiser, you get an exclusive Spark FM goodie bag waiting for you at the party.
So mark your calendars, tell a friend, and pull up April 20th to party with Boston's best DJs, special guests, and the entire Spark Nation family. Free registration at sparkfmonline.com.
Boston, Moonbox Productions proudly presents Crowns, a powerful and jubilant musical mixing gospel, jazz, and a little bit of hip-hop. Hats take center stage with an uplifting story exploring Black history, identity, and the power of sisterhood through the eyes of a young Black woman. It's a celebration of self-expression, tradition, and of course, fabulous hats. Get ready to clap your hands and tap your feet because these ladies have serious attitude. Don't miss Crowns. Opening April 11th through May 4th at the Arrow Street Arts in Cambridge. Tickets are just $55 at arrowstreetarts.org. And for flexible pricing, check out Pay What You Wish option at the box office. Crowns. April 11th through May 4th. Come for the hats, stay for the celebration.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Each and every Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. inside the Avenue where you bring the drinks and we bring the vibe. My name is Gary Banton alongside my co-host Big Trini right here in SparkFMonline.com, the #1 place for soca, hip-hop, R&B, and more. Each and every Saturdays from 6 to 9 p.m. It's the Avenue.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with the way you are gonna see a million. We got it gon' go long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I do the life you know easy. No say we are for winning. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca.
No one said
Hip hop.
yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats. And much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
We are back in the building. Spark FM on the line. And good morning. How y'all doing today? My name is Danielle. We're back. I'm playing. We are in the building. Good morning. So let's get into our national news and find out what's going on. Oh, how much is this wagon? This it's not a wagon. This is a lift. This is a foldable push cart.
Yes, that sounds nice.
We need that, don't we?
Yeah,
I feel like we need a foldable push cart.
I feel like we need a wagon. I like a wagon.
Tristan, can I have my wagon back?
Which one?
My wagon.
Your wagon?
Yes.
Which one?
the blue wagon that your mama got.
Yes.
Thank you. That'd be very nice for us to be able to procure.
Go ask his mama for the wagon.
Let me go downstairs and ask her for the wagon. Let's get into our national and world news and see what's going on over there. Mid-commute traffic stop left U.S. citizen detained under an ICE order. Then a Florida judge verified his U.S. birth certificate. A U.S.-born man initially charged with being an unauthorized alien in Florida has been released after spending the night in jail on a 48-hour hold requested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement amid the Trump administration's broad deportation crackdown. Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez, 20 years old, was arrested by Florida Highway Patrol on Wednesday when the car he was riding in was pulled over for a traffic stop. Where he lives in the Grady County, Georgia, where he lives in the city of Cairo, was crossing into Florida for his work in construction in Tallahassee, about 45 minutes from home. The new Florida man, Lopez Gomez, was arrested designed to discourage undocumented immigrants from entering the state and touted by Republican leaders, has been temporarily blocked by a judge, according to news reports, and spokesperson for the Immigrant Rights Coalition working with Lopez Gomez family. The Georgia man was released Thursday evening. He is free, they said. The White House mass deportation campaign has sparked fear as it aims to vastly slow arrivals at the border and eject undocumented immigrants, from children to suspected criminals. Judges across federal and state courts have weighed the legality of a mounting number of such cases, while President Donald Trump has threatened to send certain U.S. citizens to offshore prisons, a notion experts say has no legal basis. Not that he gives a hot damn about any of the legality of anything, because I just feel like before he is stopped, he's going to send a lot of people away.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that happened in Florida, though.
Yeah, I mean, Florida's no. Florida's
Florida,
horrible.
That Florida let the guy come back.
Oh, that they let them come back.
Yeah.
Maybe because he was. That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true. Because Florida, I'm surprised that he didn't end up in El Salvador.
Right. He's lucky.
He is very lucky. However, that story is not in here. But Kilmar they do have a proof of life. One of the Democratic senators went down there to El Salvador to go check on him because it was widely circulating that everybody believed that the man was either damaged to pieces or dead, because he's been around there. He's been there for a month now.
Yeah.
So they did take some pictures of him. They're supposed to drop the full, whatever of what they went through to get there. I think they said that at first when the senator went there, he was denied entry into the establishment, and I guess after some real pushback, they allowed him to see him. He came out in regular clothing, so they gave him his clothing back. But I think they're gonna beat his ass now.
They're gonna beat him. They beat him every night.
They're gonna beat his behind now.
Listen.
And that's crazy. He's been out for a month, and the way that little Carolyn Levette or whatever it is has been just kind of speaking about him and stuff like that. It's so wrong and it's so dirty and it's just so horrible. And these people are Christians. That's what I'm saying. In the movie, when that person succumbs to their karma and you feel a sense of relief in your soul and it makes you happy, even though you shouldn't be happy. It was like Jeffrey in Game of Thrones.
Where did they pluck her from?
From the depths of hell. She's married to some 80-year-old.
Yeah.
And she's what, 27? Yeah. She's they plucked her from hell.
Yeah.
You could go right to the corners of the earth where hell is, and you could pluck people from over there.
She seems like some kind of social media bimbo influencer that they found and decided to make her the White House press secretary.
Yeah.
She what are her credentials? She's trash.
Yeah, she's 100% trash because she speaks with such evil and just such
what's the word when you're very
aggressive.
It's a C word.
Yes, exactly that. She's a 100% C. You next Tuesday. Like that's what she is. She needs to be called that. Somebody needs to write that across her car and her forehead. Like stencil it in.
On a Tesla.
On a Tesla. Tesla.
I love Tesla.
Emergency alert.
I love Tesla.
Jackass.
Emergency alerts.
Why can't like a hole just open up?
Yeah, sinkhole, and then
Yes,
right around the White House
Right
during a
around-
press conference.
Right.
And let it, I mean, I'm sorry that casualties have to happen of the good broadcasters, but they might have to take one for the team for the sinkhole.
Man.
Everybody got to go.
I don't know.
Emergency alerts, desks barricading doors, shoes abandoned in the grass. How the FSU mass shooting upended campus. So which one is this?
The school shooting yesterday, Florida State University.
With the little black boy?
No. He was black?
Yep.
The one that shot the people?
Not the sheriff's son. There was
Uh-huh.
2 shootings apparently at some point in close proximity, whether it be
I know 2
the day
people got
before.
killed. That's what you're talking about?
So there's the day before,
Uh-huh.
and then there's the day. I gotta find. So let's see which one this one is, because I don't know. It was an ordinary afternoon for Jaden De Afravio, this is not one, who was spending time with a friend at their apartment complex when they received a text that made their blood run. An active shooter was on campus and their friend was hiding in the library. Without a second thought, they ran to her. A perfect sun-drenched Florida spring day had suddenly descended into horror with a gunman began firing at victims near Florida State University Student Union building, marking the next chapter in America's grim epidemic of gun violence. That is one of the most gutting feelings possible, to not know if your friends are okay and if you're going to make it through the moment, De Afranio told CNN. Let's go to the clip here. She looks like AI.
Send students and teachers running for safety on campus.
Hundreds huddled together in the library, classrooms, and dorm rooms. Eden's in the newsroom now with more on the terrifying moments on campus. Eden.
It was a chaotic scene on campus all day. We've heard from students and staff who frantically tried to get themselves and others to safety.
The shots rang out, and we were like, "Is that construction going on, or what was happening?" And so we got up, looked out the window, and I remember looking outside and hearing 5 more shots go off. And I was like, what's going on? So I saw kids running away from the student union, and I walked away from the window. Then I walked back to the window and heard 6, 7 more shots ring out. And at that point, we were like, okay, there's a shooting going on. So we ran from our classroom, went to the offices, locked the doors, barricaded ourselves in there. And then we waited and was looking out the window again and saw the SWAT teams pull up, the police cars, the FBI come. And at that point, we're like, okay, we got to bunker ourselves in. And we were praying. We're like, okay, something's got to change here. And the SWAT team came into the room. They're like, stay where you are. Don't move. And we were in there for about 30 minutes. And at that point, we were escorted out. About 100 SWATs were inside the building.
SWATs.
And our hands were up. And so then we were escorted outside past the union, and then into a safe space.
All my friends, I made sure to call them, text them, make sure they're okay. Some of my friends are still on campus in lockdown. They have the university on lockdown for a few hours now until they make sure everything's settled. But it's all around campus, all around College Town. Just make sure you're inside and safe.
Students on there having to go through these emotions right now.
So at the time that it was brought to my attention that something was happening, I was in my office speaking with a student about graduation.
People still having school shootings is crazy.
And because there was a high school shooting.
So
the
yeah,
other day,
that's what
too.
it is. So the high school, that was the Dallas school shooting victims. So what happened, the backstory, according to police, surveillance video shows an unknown student letting, let me see, what we don't know. I'm trying to get to the, to like the, the summary of what it, before we get
the
into
meat.
the potatoes, before we get to the meat. Give me back the page.
Here we go. I got something.
I thought I had something too. So the Dallas school shooting, let me just give you this one. What we know, Tracy Denard Haynes Jr. is 17 years old. He turned himself in onto the Lou Secret Justice Center.
This is the high school one.
This is the high school one. He's been booked into the Dallas County Jail and is charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault in a mass shooting, a first-degree felony. A DPS agent who wrote the affidavit probable cause said, at the conclusion of my review and based on the totality of the circumstances, I believe Tracy Denard Haynes Jr. committed the offenses. So basically what happened is that they saying he wrote. Let me get to this. Let me
17
see.
years old.
Yes.
He didn't kill anybody though.
No, he
just-
shot
okay.
5.
Shot 5. Okay.
Apparently. So, a surveillance video details an arrest affidavit obtained by CBS News shows a student allowing Haynes Jr., he is the shooter, to enter the school through an unsecured door. Once inside, Haynes Jr. reportedly walked down the hallway and fired shots at male students after they displayed a firearm towards him. He allegedly approached one student who was unable to escape and seemed to take a point-blank shot of him. Dallas police confirmed that the suspect's gun jammed while he was firing at point-blank range, which may have saved the student's life. So do you have this story here? Let's go to it.
This morning news reports that he turned himself in with the help of an organization called Urban Specialists, and they advocate against violence. Apparently, a family member called their helpline. Now, here's some video of Haynes surrendering last night in Dallas. Video was taken by Smash to Topic and shared online shows officers cuffing the suspect. Dallas ISD confirmed that the suspect was arrested but did not share any additional details. He's charged with aggravated assault, mass shooting, and is in jail on a $600,000 bond. Now, it's important to note, Dallas ISD police tell us this was a student-on-student shooting, not an intruder.
Yep.
You can imagine the chaos and fear here at Wilmer Hutchins High less than 24 hours ago. Take a listen to some students' and parents' reactions shortly after the gunfire.
I heard like 6 shots, and then the teacher ran to the door and closed it and told us to hide in the corner.
He told me they were shooting at the school for me to go up there. So I just jumped up out of the bed.
And you can see hundreds of people running across the lawn in panic. According to police, 4 boys were hurt in the shooting. 3 of the 4 were hit with gunfire. The Dallas Fire Department says injuries range in severity from non-life-threatening to serious. We also know the high school does have metal detectors, which every student should pass through at the beginning of each school day. Though during Tuesday evening's press conference, DISD Assistant Police Chief Christina Smith says this was not a failure of safety protocol and the gun got in somehow another way.
Gun did not come through during regular intake time, so it was not a failure of our staff, of our protocols, or of the machinery that we have.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they said that another student let him in through an unsecured door.
And so then we're finding out more details of this story. And this is right after the shooting. The boy was recording himself as he was leaving. And this is what he had to say about the situation.
Love all my peoples, man. Told me he was going to kill me. All these told me they was going to kill me. Look what happened. I love my Sandra. I love the behind this camera. I love Yana. I love my nieces and nephews. All of them. I want everybody to know I love them. People named that I didn't name, trust me, I love you. I can't think right now, but I love y'all. This is my last time I'll be seeing y'all. Last time talking to y'all. Excuse my language, but I love y'all. I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. I'll be damned if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing about it. My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground. And I know that's really what y'all, come on now. I know y'all don't want to see me dead. Come on now. Kill myself, but I know that's not what y'all want me to do. So let's be for real, y'all. I love all my.
It's it's heartbreaking listening to him.
That's so sad.
It's
That's
absolutely
so sad.
There was something. You know what the thing is? When people saw his face, they were like, "Yo, we don't even do that. Like, we don't school shoot. We
Right.
don't mass shoot."
Right.
So after the details started to come out and realize that it was not a mass shooting, this was something targeted that little boy felt like he had to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not justifying violence or justifying whatever, but I felt like that was real ass commentary. Like, I don't want to die. I'm tired of getting killed. I'm tired of these. And they said that one of the boys flashed a gun at him first. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what is going on.
And they were telling him that they were going to kill him.
So, we don't know what is true, but I'm not going to sit here and take everybody else's word against this boys, because we ain't never had somebody actually turn themselves in either after that happened.
And he went to a place that was anti-violence.
Yep.
Or something.
Yep. I mean, I wish that he maybe went to the place beforehand.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
We're living in an age where people feel like they don't have a choice but to really defend their own selves. We're seeing the same thing with the poor boy Carmelo Anthony. Leave people alone.
Yeah.
You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what struggles. You don't know their fears and their triggers. When you start to dig into people like that and harass them, y'all got to start thinking that, okay, everybody's freedom of speech. You call everybody the N-word all you want to, but when people start to punch you in your face and drag you across, the street,
Yeah.
you want to complain because it is violence. Is violence. Stay out of people's face, especially these black men.
That's
They are
awful.
tired.
Poor thing.
Awful.
I feel for him. That's awful.
Yeah.
That's awful. But he said his mom was dead. But in the news clip, didn't they show somebody that said
I think maybe
the mother?
auntie. He said his mom is dead, his nan is dead.
Yeah.
And he probably just feel like he ain't got nobody else. So that's what's going on. In other ridiculous, disgusting news, y'all boy JFK Jr. is out here. RFK Jr. is just doing the most.
Yeah.
We didn't want him to. We didn't even consider the man. Nobody considered the man to be logical or intelligent or even realistic enough to be the president of the United States. And now y'all gave him overarching access to our health and what goes on in this world. That's crazy. He can't rule us and tell us what's better for our economy, but he can take care of our health. So parents of autistic children are speaking out following Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s press conference on Wednesday, where he discussed the findings of a new Centers for Disease Control and Prevention report on the increased rates of autism diagnosis in the U.S. The CDC, here goes the clip right here. Tristan has it for you coming up right here.
Controversial new comments on autism.
At his first news conference as health secretary, Kennedy addressed the CDC's latest report on the rising number of children being diagnosed with autism. And Thompson has the latest.
Some of the key numbers.
Speaking for nearly 30 minutes. The
30 minutes of that?
30
minutes?
Kennedy Jr. taking aim at the CDC's latest report on rising autism rates.
This is a preventable disease. We know it's an environmental exposure.
The report released Tuesday says 1 in 31 8-year-olds were identified with autism spectrum disorder in 2022, up from 1 in 36 in 2020. RFK Jr. discounting the CDC's own previous finding that genetic predisposition is a risk factor in developing autism, and doubling down on his assertion that it's an epidemic.
Genes do not cause epidemics. You need an environmental toxin.
Dr. Zach Warren is one of the authors of the CDC report.
We have data that a certain percentage of some types of autism can be clearly explained by genetic differences. We have other evidence suggesting that actually it's the complex interplay of environmental factors.
RFK Jr.'s bleak description of people living with autism causing outrage.
Autism destroys families. These are kids who will never pay taxes. They'll never hold a job. They'll never play baseball.
What is he talking
They'll never
about?
write a poem. They'll never go out on a date. And we have to recognize we are doing this to our children. And we need to put an end to it.
It is demeaning, it is dehumanizing, and it is flat out wrong.
Sam Branson has a PhD in physics and is an autism researcher. He and his 7-year-old son both have autism.
I think a lot of autistic people have quite a bit to contribute to the world.
Kennedy says he plans to provide more autism data in real time, adding that he'll direct resources to studying environmental factors, exposures, and external factors.
And that's where we're going to find the answer.
Lawanda said it right. RFK is a genetic defect. Absolutely.
Literally. There's a whole entire damn doctor show with a top.
Has he never seen The Good Doctor?
With a top surgeon. We know it's fake, but this is
it's based on a true story.
Thank you very much for even saying that.
Yeah.
Because it's a top surgeon in all of the world, autistic. And I would love for him to be my doctor because he's forward. However, he's truthful. Okay,
he's firm, but he's fair.
Yes, that one. I just think it. You know what? I can't imagine being an autistic person and hearing this man who clearly
or an
has
autistic parent, or somebody who is supporting, and like he sounds stupid.
And hearing this man who clearly has environmental issues with his whole entire life, sit here and say that I would never go on a date, I would never eat, I would never make a cookies. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
There's a lot of autistic people amongst us that you would never even know is autistic, because we were talking about the other day. Spectrum is a spectrum. Of course, there are always going to be people on the spectrum that are a little bit more deeper into their nuances,
because they're on that side of the
they're
spectrum.
on that side of the spectrum. But you can't say that about the whole entire spectrum. Even those people could probably grow up and be positive roles in society.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can have children. We know a couple of them who have children, who take care of people, who are amazing, like perfect human beings in all their imperfections. So that's kind of just effed up to say. And we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
We knew who JFK was. And we still, RFK. And we still, not we, Congress and those spineless bastards over there. Anybody that's a Republican and on the Congress sheet is terrible.
LaWanda said Elon Musk is the whole damn spectrum.
That's what I'm saying. He's the whole spectrum, and we have him literally the president. President 2.0 of the United States. So why are we saying, why is how come Elon Musk hasn't put a stop to that too?
Man, listen, I don't know. I don't know.
And ain't Elon Musk DEI in many different ways?
And ain't he an illegal immigrant?
Illegal immigrant, autism spectrum.
All of the things.
Not a baby daddy.
Yep. All of the things that they trying to fight against is him, is Elon Musk. The whole everything spectrum.
The whole entire cabinet is DEI, including Donald Trump, with your age and your weight and your uneducated, unliterate, like the whole entire cabinet of Donald Trump is DEI, and they are going the hardest against everybody who they are.
Child, I can't take it.
Look at not Abbott. What's the one in Texas? Fast Wheels.
Abbott.
Is it Abbott?
From Texas.
Yes, Abbott. Look at all of them. Ain't they all DEI? Ain't they all DEI?
Yes, but why would they say that? They can't say that.
Because DEI to them literally means Negro and Hispanic.
When
you what they call Hispanics? What's the bad word for Hispanic people?
It's Hispanic. It's supposed to say Latino. Hispanic is the bad word.
Oh, Hispanic is the bad word?
Because we're not Hispanic. We're
supposed
Latino.
to say Latinx.
Hispanic
Latinx.
Are people from
what
Spain.
You want, little boy?
So maybe it's No, what is a racial slur for Spanish for Oh yes. Why you look at Paul?
He's not Hispanic. That's different.
Yes, we have the young people in the room.
Yeah,
Busy
so
day. Good
it's
Friday.
crazy. Let's keep it moving. I don't know what's going on.
Next one is George Santos.
Oh, George Santos. Is that his name?
Yeah.
George Santos. Let's see what's going on with old Georgina Santos.
He might be going to jail again.
He's an idiot.
Has he gone to jail yet?
Disgraced U.S. Rep George Santos remains unrepentant as he faces years in federal prison for fraud and identity theft. Federal prosecutors say, citing a tirade of his social media posts in recent days. Hi, bro. Dash with that. Prosecutors in a legal filing Thursday bolstered their argument for a stiff sentence, saying the 36-year-old New York Republican has disparaged the U.S. Department of Justice as a cabal of pedophiles and cast himself as a victim of prosecutorial outreach and multiple posts on the social media platform. This conduct is anti-ethical to the genuine remorse claimed by Santos' attorney. Prosecutors say his actions speak louder than his words, and they cry out for a significant carceral sentence in this case. Just lock him up, whatever his name is, whatever he's doing.
Yeah, why is this a discussion?
Yeah, a year and a day. He need to get at least.
At least.
I
agree.
Sit down. Him and JFK. Just put them in a cell together.
RFK.
Whatever it is, K is. Tired of him.
Whatever,
all of them got to go.
They all got to go.
Except the little redhead
JD
one that they
Vance,
got.
Donald Trump,
JD
Elon
Vance
Musk.
and everybody.
JD Vance.
I won't ever get over that.
Me either. Because that made me cry in my eyes.
U.S. citizens from Texas rescued after being kidnapped outside restaurant. Oh, that's terrible. I don't want to get kidnapped after I eat. Two El Paso.
Well, at least you got kidnapped on a full stomach, though.
Yeah.
I take a nap.
Two El Paso teenagers kidnapped outside a Juarez restaurant were rescued along with 3 migrants from China, Guatemala, and Mexico being held for ransom. The Chihuahua Attorney General's office said the 2 U.S. citizens had been held for about 3 days after being abducted in front of at least one witness on April 11th. The Chihuahua Attorney General's office said in a news release the location and name of the restaurant were not disclosed. A woman from China, a Guatemalan man, and a woman from the southern Mexican state of Tabasco. Is this a real story? Were also rescued on Monday, April 14th during a state police operation. The FBI also worked with their Mexican law enforcement counterparts by providing technical assistance and support from the FBI's violent name. Because the name of the town is Chihuahua. And then the name of the people is called Tabasco, the state of Tabasco.
Yes.
That is funny.
Wow, that's a real place.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Where you come from, Tabasco? What's your name, hot sauce? Oh, I see a theme there, ma'am.
And Chihuahua is that good little hot sauce?
Oh, really?
The little one with the
so maybe it's a themed out town of
Mexico,
state of Mexico.
Being kidnapped outside a popular bar or restaurant in Juarez. The Chihuahua State Attorney General's office says the Americans were kidnapped Friday in the heart of the Pronaf Entertainment District. They were taken to a home in South Juarez where 3 other migrants were being held for ransom. Investigators say the other migrants found in the home showed signs of violence on their necks and ears, which were reportedly used to pressure their family to pay a ransom. 4 people were arrested at the home and are now facing kidnapping charges.
Yeah. They're still kidnapping people for ransom.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we were talking about the other day, can't nobody kidnap me for no ransom.
Yeah.
So sad.
We ain't got it. I mean, like, hey, Mr. Kidnapper, we really want her back, but we ain't got that kind of money and we don't know how to get it. So can we payment plan, release her, payment plan?
And be like, how about we send you 2 cases of Coca-Cola?
They don't want it.
One of these cars and $250 cash.
$250 in my pocket right now.
Or the $20,000 that Sauce would spend a day to see Tyler Ripley.
Just going right into the entertainment report, right in the headlines. Drake says Universal's promotion of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us at Super Bowl and Grammy shows intentional defamation. New legal papers are been filed. Oh, Drake. Oh, Drake. He can't let this one go, huh? This must sit on his heart every day of his life. Like, A minor. You know, like, damn. Why he say that about me? That's crazy.
And you know, he was like bars every time. Like, I hate it. That's so good.
Ho v ho.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
So easy. You know, like, that's gotta kill him. So Drake has filed an amended complaint in his defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, stating that the label used Lamar's wins at the Grammy Awards and performance of the song during the Super Bowl halftime show to further promote the single and damage his reputation. Like, if they did that in the beginning, I can understand. But after the song has been released and has acclaimed world listenership, you cannot keep on with this same thing. At this point, people are just hearing it because they now like the song, and I don't think Universal has to do any type of promotions for it at all. Nobody even wants to hear that song anymore, and they're still killing it. They're just still killing it.
Oh my gosh. Yesterday when we got into the car to drive the 7 minutes from your house to my house, I was like, I bet you we're gonna hear They're Not Like Us. And it didn't play but for me, like driving here in the morning, I hear it in the morning.
Yeah.
And then when I leave here, it's playing again.
Absolutely.
So I'm over the song, but I sing it every time it comes.
Every single time. Sexy Red reacts to fans who says Justin Bieber don't be smiling at his wife Haley like that. I haven't heard from Sexy Red in a long time, but she do got some new titties.
She got new titties.
Very
nice.
They look like two plastic bean bags on sitting up top her chest, and I'm not sure if she tattooed them already or if they came tattooed.
Well, that doesn't sound attractive at
It
all. I don't think
doesn't.
I like that.
It's not. Sexy Red is defending her new friend Justin Bieber. On Thursday, April 17th, the rapper shared a video with the Peaches singer at her 27th, she's 27, birthday party.
Haggard.
In the comments section, a fan suggested that he looked happier with her than he does with his wife, Haley Baldwin Bieber. And the rapper stood up for their relationship. And I don't really care about Justin Bieber standing up for his relationship because we all know that Justin Bieber is not interested in Sexy Red.
Sexy Red stood up for Justin Bieber and his wife's relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean,
That's
you
a
know, like
friend
that's
indeed.
that's good for you, but I mean, look, they're entertainers. What did y'all think?
Yeah.
She probably said something like, "Boy, if you wasn't married, I would something yo pink some." You know, that's what she probably said.
Ew, he don't look happy with the wife though.
I mean, there's men usually marry somebody safe. Let me stop.
Whose
They're probably in love.
father is? Which one of the Baldwin brothers is her father?
Who?
I didn't even know that piece of information.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's a Baldwin.
Yeah, she's a Baldwin.
I never put that together. I thought all white people named Baldwin.
Goodbye. Next story. Next story. I said the next story. Goddamn.
Wendy says it has a ton of respect for Katy Perry, and it doesn't mean that they don't like her, but they're not gonna apologize. Yesterday, Wendy's was trolling Katy Perry.
Yo, who does Wendy's?
Whoever it is
Social
amazing.
media. Wendy's and Fashion Nova.
Yes.
Fashion Nova got the zingers too.
Yes, it's 2025, and the burger chain has issued a statement addressing its one-sided beef with the pop star's trip to outer space. On Thursday, just a few days after Wendy suggested that Katy Perry should be sent back to space after her trip with Jeff Bezos. The fast food chain is now claiming to have respect for the pop icon. We always bring a little bit of spice to our socials, but Wendy's has a ton of respect for Katy Perry and her out-of-this-world talent. What else they said? They said send her back when she came from space. And it was something else. Wendy's joined the widespread criticism of the Blue Origin space flight, which made history as the first all-woman crew to cross the Kármán line since the 60s. Under a post from Pop Crave about the pop star's successful landing after going to space, Wendy's wrote, "Can we send her back?" The account she also wrote, "When we said woman in STEM, this isn't what we meant." In a separate post, the fast food chain's post even seemed to prompt Perry's former friend Keisha to support the recommendation by posting a photo of herself smirking while sipping from a Wendy's cup. I like them. Wendy's, that you need a little comic relief in this world of danger and turmoil.
Absolutely.
Lil Wayne can't recall Jay-Z and Kanye West dropping Watch the Throne. Did they did an album? He is on the drugs, and we all know that because he didn't even know
on the drugs.
He said that they said that I saw a meme of something, and they said that he didn't know that Lil Durk was in jail, even though when we did a last interview on him, he had two free Lil Durk shirts. But he can't remember everything. That's from being on the drugs.
Wayne always
Isn't
acts
it?
like he doesn't know, like he just doesn't,
Like he's oblivious because.
And you wanted us to let you perform at our Super Bowl.
So that's been another trending topic too. Is that he did a Rolling Stone feature, and he was talking about when he realized that he wasn't going to be tapped in for the Super Bowl. He said that was his last chance and his only chance, and he's not even interested anymore if it ever come. And it really sucked the life out of him when he saw that he wouldn't be able to do it, and it was really hurtful to him, and it almost broke him.
And it made him turn to drugs.
And everybody was like, "Well, in the 7 other times that it was in New Orleans, why you never complained?
Ask the
Why is this
questions.
the point that why are you mad now?" And then they referring to his like past performances, past recent performances, how they weren't not so great. And people are like, he's got his cult like following as well.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite rappers.
I mean, I think that he's very, very talented. His wordplay is unmatched. But I think that he's lost a lot of his star power by being such a
douchebag.
So drug.
Yeah, drug induced.
Yeah.
Drug.
In New Music Friday, Wiz Khalifa drops his Kush and Orange Juice Part 2.
Oh, wow.
Which is like his first almost 15 years ago. Dropped the first one.
Kush and Orange Juice.
So that's pretty big because it's 420. It was a big it was a big stoner album. So for it to be 420 week and then for it to drop.
Is that like
part
gin
2.
and juice?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it? Kush and apple juice?
Kush and orange juice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very nice.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Is that a nice
Is that a
combination?
I know. I was just gonna ask. How does that
combination?
Does that taste?
If you get the orange juice from McDonald's and probably some good, that's great orange juice over there.
You get that Wegmans orange juice.
Wegmans
Man, I'm telling you something. I have to make an order today.
Oh yeah, Grubhub.
Yeah, my Uber Eats.
And I think that is all we have to go to today.
See y'all Sunday. Make sure y'all pull up Sparks' 5th year anniversary. We're gonna be outside with it. Make sure you come with some money. Make sure you come with some money.
Some buy some drinks,
we'll be
get some food, and have a nice time.
Yes, absolutely.
We're gonna be
Bring the kids to.
We're gonna have a funky good time. Yeah. With that said, people, we are out of here. Yeah. Be blessed. Don't be stressed. And
do your best.
And don't be a mess.
All right.
Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
What is this, Doctor?
This is.
Well, Spark of New England, Spark FM.
Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Boston is